Hello and welcome to Yardline Yammer. This is your girl TT, and today I'm going to be coming to you with the top 25 football transfers. So this list is based on 247sports.com list of the top 25. And now, that being said, I will let you know if a player is enrolled or has only committed. If a player has enrolled, I'm more apt to think that he's going to stay, but if he's only committed, he could change his mind and move to a different school. So in this piece, we're going to talk about who's going, where they're going, why we think they're going, and if they will be an impact on the other end. And I've put a lot of research into this piece, reading lots of articles to compile everything so you can get the cliff notes. So do me a solid and go ahead and hit the thumbs up, and I would love to get 10 subscribes off this piece. So if you haven't already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. All right, with that being said, I'm gonna get off camera because this pollen has my voice crackling like a Rice Krispie treat, plus some wine to enjoy. So I will see you on the other end.
First on the list is Caleb Downs. He is enrolled as of January 19th. He's moving from Alabama and heading to Ohio State. He is a freshman rising sophomore at the position of defensive back as a safety. Caleb contributed 70 solo tackles, 1 forced fumble, 2 interceptions, and 3 passes deflected. Why he's leaving. Per 247 Sports, Caleb is leaving due to the change in head coach at Alabama. Will he start? According to OurLads.com, it's very likely that Caleb will start the season with the Buckeyes. Coming in at number 2 is Caden Proctor. He is committed as of 4/16. He's coming from Iowa and heading to Alabama at the position of defensive tackle. Stats are currently not available on ESPN.com. Why he's leaving. Caden played for Alabama last year, transferred earlier this year, and after 3 months, transferred back to Alabama during the latest transfer window. Will he start? Caden was a freshman starter, and we expect to see him back on the field as a starter this season. Number 3 is Walter Nolan. He is enrolled on 12/24. He is coming from Texas A&M and heading to Ole Miss. At the position of defensive lineman, Nolan had 20 solo tackles and 4 sacks for Texas A&M last year. Nolan is a sophomore rising junior. Why he's leaving. According to his social media, he's leaving due to issues with his NIL contract. Will he start? Based on Sportskeeda.com, Nolan will be starting this season. At number 4 is Isaiah Bond. He is enrolled as of January 14th. He is leaving Alabama and heading to Texas. At the position of wide receiver, Bond has 48 receiving yards, 669 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Why he's leaving. In an interview with ESPN, Bond stated that the reason for leaving Alabama was due to Saban's retirement. Will he start? Spokita.com has Bond as the projected starter at his position. Bond will be a junior when the season starts in August. At number 5, we have Evan Stewart. He is committed on 12/19. He is leaving Texas A&M and heading to Oregon. At the position of wide receiver, Stewart had 38 receiving yards, 514 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Stewart will be a junior next year. Why he's leaving. Like former Aggies teammate Walter Nolan, Stewart also posted about the NIL situation on his school social media. Will he start? Based on duckwire.usatoday.com, Stewart is currently being projected as the starter this coming season. At number 6, we have Julian Sayin. He is enrolled as of January 21st. Julian is leaving Alabama and heading to Ohio State. At the position of quarterback as an early enrollee freshman that participated with the Roll Tide in the Rose Bowl in January. Why he's leaving. Based on the Tuscaloosa News, Sayin decided to leave after Saban retired and to join the former Alabama offensive coordinator, Bill O'Brien, who accepted the offensive coordinator job at Ohio State. Will he start? According to 11warriors.com, Sayan is in the competition for starting quarterback along with Will Howard and Devin Brown. At number 7, we have Jason Zandemelda. He entered the portal on 4/16. He's leaving USC and he is currently not committed. He is a true freshman at the position of offensive lineman. Zandemelda is an early enrollee at USC, so there are currently no stats for him on ESPN.com. Why he's leaving. Based on a CBS article, his departure underscores a concerning trend for the Trojans under coach Lincoln Riley. Also, USC will be moving to the Big Ten this year. Will he start? Zandemelda has not yet committed, so we will be updating once he finds a new home. At number 8, we have Aiden Childs. He enrolled on 12/14. He's leaving Oregon State and heading to Michigan State. At the position of quarterback, Childs has 309 yards and 4 touchdowns for the Oregon State Beavers last season. Why he's leaving. USA Today is reporting that Childs' transfer was to follow coach Jonathan Smith from Oregon. Smith is the new head coach at Michigan State after the departure of Mel Tucker. Will he start? According to OurLads.com, Aiden is slated to be the starting quarterback for the Spartans next year. Coming in at number 9, there is Quinshon Judkins. He is enrolled as of January 8th. He's leaving Ole Miss and heading to Ohio State. At the position of running back, he had 271 carries, 1,158 yards, and 15 touchdowns. Why he's leaving. I wasn't able to find any reason that the rising junior is leaving Ole Miss, but he graciously thanked the staff and the fans at Ole Miss for the time there. And fun fact, it's being reported in SportsIllustrated.com that Judkins is the first SEC player since Herschel Walker with 15-plus touchdowns in each of his first 2 collegiate seasons. Will he start? According to OurLads.com, Judkins might be the backup to Travion Henderson, the rising senior that had 156 carries, 926 yards, and 11 touchdowns. And after comparing the stats, I'm not sure he's going to be a backup for long. At number 10 is Dante Moore. He enrolled on December 18th. He's leaving UCLA and heading to Oregon. At the position of quarterback, Moore, a 5-star recruit, had 1,610 yards, 11 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. Why he's leaving. He stated to 247sports.com that he wants to go to a place where he can get development. Will he start? Currently, Moore is projected to be the backup quarterback behind Dylan Gabriel. At number 11, we have Caden Green. He is enrolled as of December 19th. He's leaving Oklahoma and heading to Missouri. At the position of offensive tackle, ESPN does not currently have stats for Green. Why he's leaving. A report from SportsIllustrated.com alludes to his departure relating to NIL deals. The article is very detailed and states that Green's father was involved in the negotiations and that the collectives agreed to meet the dollar amount, which is stated would have possibly made him the highest paid offensive guard in college football next year. But somewhere down the line, things fell apart and Caden is heading to his home state of Missouri. Will he start? According to collegefootballnetwork.com, the rising sophomore will be a starter next season. At number 12, we have Nyland Green. He is enrolled as of December 25th. Nyland is leaving Georgia and heading to Purdue. At the position of defensive back, Nyland had 5 solo tackles and 1 pass deflected. Nyland has been with the Bulldogs since December of 2020. Reason for leaving? According to 247sports.com, Green was in the running for the starting position at Georgia, but Dalen Everett won the job, therefore leaving Green to find another home where he can showcase his skills. Will he start? According to OurLads.com, Nyland is projected to start for the Boilermakers this coming season. At number 13, we have A.J. Harris. He is enrolled as of January 11th. He's leaving Georgia and heading to Penn State. At the position of defensive back, AJ has 3 solo tackles. Why he's leaving. In an interview with The Morning Call, AJ stated, and I quote, "It was more so making the best decision for me to grow as a man and as a football player. And I believe just off the track record of Penn State, it has much more to offer than just football." End quote. Will he start? According to Sportskeeda.com, AJ is slated to start next season with Penn State. Number 14 is Cam Ward. He is enrolled as of January 13th. He's leaving Washington State and heading to Miami. At the position of quarterback, Ward had 3,735 yards, 25 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. He entered the portal as a graduate transfer. Why he's leaving? According to Washington State, they knew Ward would either enter the draft or transfer. They stated, and I quote, "Unfortunately or fortunately, we've created a college football environment through NIL that provides opportunities for players that we can't withstand here in Washington State." End quote. Will he start? According to 247sports.com, Cam is projected to be the starting quarterback for the Hurricanes next season. At number 15, we have Nick Scorton. He is enrolled as of January 4th. He is leaving Purdue and heading to Texas A&M. At the position of defensive end, he had 33 solo tackles, 10 sacks, and 1 forced fumble. Why he's leaving? I didn't find a specific reason for the departure online. Will he start? Based on SportsIllustrated.com, Scorton will be starting for the Aggies this coming season. At number 16, we have Jabbar Muhammad. He is committed. January 27th, he's leaving Washington, heading to Oregon. At the position of cornerback, Muhammad had 41 solo tackles, 3 interceptions, and 14 passes deflected. He will be a senior next year. Why he's leaving? Muhammad started his college career at Oklahoma State, transferred to Washington, and Sports.Yahoo states, after the destruction of the Washington roster, Muhammad decided to contact Oregon to see what they are building and what they can do for him. Will he start? According to DuckWire.usatoday.com, Muhammad is projected to be a starter for the Ducks this season. At number 17, we have London Humphreys. He is enrolled as of December 19th. He's leaving Vanderbilt and coming to Georgia. At the position of wide receiver, Humphreys had 22 receiving yards, 439 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Why he's leaving? Because Vanderbilt was basically trash last year, with a record of 2-10, beating only Hawaii and Alabama A&M. There are several commanders that enter the portal after the season, and can you blame them? Will he start? Probably not. Georgia is stacked like a brick house. According to the UGAWire.com, Humphreys is in the 6th spot for wide receiver behind projected starter Dominic Lovett and several others. At number 18, we have Princely Umanmielen. He is enrolled as of December 15th. He's leaving Florida and heading to Ole Miss. At the position of defensive end, Umanmielen had 22 solo tackles and 7 sacks. He has spent 4 years as a Florida Gator. Why he's leaving? Umanmielen didn't give a specific reason for leaving, just that he preyed on it and decided not to join the NFL draft but continue elsewhere for his remaining year. Once he arrived at Ole Miss, he stated he wasn't being coached hard enough at Florida, and that he actually feels like he's being developed at Ole Miss. Will he start? The Clarion Ledger is projecting that Umanmielen will be starting for the Rebels when the season begins. At number 19 is Tylan Barron. He is enrolled as of January 16th. He's leaving Tennessee and heading to Louisville. At the position of defensive lineman, Barron had 16 solo tackles and 6 sacks. Why he's leaving? Barron entered the portal in December along with teammate Tamarion McDonald and opted to join Ole Miss. But McDonald flipped a couple of weeks later and decided to go to Louisville instead, and Barron did the same. Will he start? According to Spokeda.com, Tyler is slated to start this season with the Cardinals. At number 20 is Lance Heard. He is enrolled as of January 21st. He's leaving LSU and heading to Tennessee. Heard is a freshman at the position of offensive lineman. There are currently no ESPN stats on Heard. Why he's leaving? Based on a Sports Illustrated article, he's leaving because he was behind Will Campbell as left tackle. Will he start? Based on OurLads.com, Hurd is slated to start as left tackle for the Tennessee Volunteers. At number 21, we have Des Ricks. He is enrolled as of January 16th. He's leaving Alabama and headed to Texas A&M. He is a freshman at the position of defensive back. There are currently no ESPN stats on Ricks. Why he's leaving? The presumption is that he's leaving due to the change in coaching. Will he start? According to SI.com, it doesn't show Ricks at the starting position. At 22 is Cormani McClain. He entered the portal on 4/16. He's leaving Colorado and currently undecided. At the position of cornerback, McClain had 6 solo tackles and 2 passes deflected. Why he's leaving? Well, Cormani made no qualms about calling out head coach Deion Sanders and stated, "I feel like I just don't want to play for clicks. I actually want to be involved with a great leading program that's going to develop players." Will he start? That's still up in the air because as of the time of this recording, McClain is undecided on where he will land. At number 23, we have Parker Brailsford. He is enrolled as of January 20th. He's leaving Washington and heading to Alabama. Parker is a freshman at the position of offensive lineman, and ESPN currently does not have stats listed. Why he's leaving? It's likely to follow head coach Kalen DeBoer to Alabama. Will he start? According to OurLads.com, Parker is slated to start for the Roll Tide this coming season. At 24 is Trey Moore. He is enrolled as of December 23rd. He's leaving University of Texas San Antonio and heading to Texas. At the position of defensive linebacker, Moore had 30 solo tackles, 14 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and 1 interception. Why he's leaving? On his social media, Moore praised the UTSA program and stated that he has an opportunity to better himself. Will he start? According to OurLads.com, Moore is slated to start for the Longhorns this coming up season, and with those stats, I can see why. And lastly, at number 25 is Jamin Dumas Johnson. He is enrolled as of December 20th. He's leaving Georgia and heading to Kentucky. At the position of linebacker, Dumas Johnson had 29 solo tackles and 3.5 sacks. Dumas Johnson has spent his last 3 years with the Bulldogs. Why he's leaving? I didn't find any indication of why he's leaving online. Will he start? According to Sportskeeda.com, Dumas Johnson is slated to start with the Wildcats this upcoming season.
Thank you for watching, and there's going to be a lot more happening in the transfer portal between now and April 30th, so I'll be coming back to you to give you updates on that. If you haven't already given the thumbs up, please do so now and consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.